Got some glaucoma.
And we're back, people. Thank you for joining us again on the After Five podcast. And before we start, we talk about Oliver's glaucoma, which has been his excuse for the last 25 years. Wanted to let you guys know that this broadcast or this special episode, we are recording from home thanks to Zoom. So big up to Zoom. Thank you so much for being so generous with us. And the episode is actually brought to you by KY Extract. KY Extract right now, actually, guys, is doing their part to help the public at this time. They are doing their own stimulus package of sort. They're offering 50% off of all CBD products at this time, not forever, at this time. And just go to kyextract.com, browse through their large selection of CBD products, choose one that's good for you or suitable for, whatever you're dealing with or going through. And, pick something through their selection, man. They have everything for everyone. And if you have a furry friend at home that is kind of stressed out right now because they've been stuck with you for the last 3 weeks, and by furry friend, I don't mean a spouse or a girlfriend that hasn't gone to get a wax. I mean something with 4 paws. KY Extract has CBD products for pets as well. So again, just go to kyextract.com, and if you put in the keyword after 5, you get 15% off. Now, I'm not too sure if it works right now with 50% off. Let's not be greedy, people. Tough times, they got to make money. But at the very least, you got 50% off right now at KY Extract. So thank you to KY Extract for being so generous with the public doing that 50% off. And boys, it's time to get started. Okay, what up, Lou? How you doing?
Pull the trigger. I'm good, man.
Yeah, this is gangster mentality. Oliver?
I'm trying really hard.
Surviving one at a time.
Just surviving, huh? And Miss Judy, we can't see Judy today because she's self-conscious about her hair and her mustache that she hasn't waxed in a month.
It is, you know what? Shit happens, man, and it is what it is. But how you guys doing?
We're good, man. We're good. Judy is multitasking today, boy. She's hustling, cleaning the house, taking care of her duties. Well, not her duties. Hold on, let me change that shit. Let me not say it like that. It comes off a little sexist,
yes.
But
yes. So rephrase that phrase, please.
She's helping out around the house. She's doing her part.
Yes, thank you very much.
Everybody at her house,
better.
I'm sure, everybody has an assignment of sort. Just like in my house, I cook.
Everybody contributes.
Everybody contributes. Exactly. That's good. That's a sign of a strong household.
Yeah, I did. I had a really nasty one yesterday. I had to clean out my charcoal barbecue.
That's not that terrible.
Slave work, bro.
Fun. Yeah. That's
ashes
fun.
in your face every time you scoop them out.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
And to me, at the moment, you kind of wish you had a gas grill.
I have a gas grill.
I have a gas grill too.
The other thing about the gas grills that you have to, that one time when you run out of gas in the middle of the barbecue, you have to go to the gas station and fucking swap.
Well, unlike you guys, I have a permanent in-ground gas tank that takes a really long time to go empty. So unlike you guys, I don't have to go to the gas station to refill my gas tank. I am smart.
There we go.
And unlike us, you got to pay $500 every time you got to fill that shit up.
Yeah, save money and get an in-house gas machine.
Is it connected to the house or just to the barbecue?
It's only connected to the barbecue, to the full kitchen outside that we have.
Because I know I always wanted that. Like at one point, I want to get one of those tanks that you could just put underground or whatever that, provide the actual gas to the entire house. So if there is a hurricane or something like that, you're not relying on the electricity. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, they have them. When we had ours installed, we had the opportunity to do it, but since our house is new, the few hurricanes that we've gone through our power hasn't gone out. Like everything's been good so far. But that one time that a hurricane did hit us, we didn't have electricity for like a day or two. We were using the outdoor kitchen perfectly fine. So it kind of somewhat worked out.
Nice. To me, it's always better safe than sorry.
You're always cooking.
You cooking like Judy?
Well, we can always have a barbecue in my house. No big deal. I'm cool with it. You guys can come over, bring your families. Let's do it. And
No, but
then we can take.
Go.
And what?
I
Go
want to
ahead,
know
go
if you
ahead.
cook. If you
Of course
actually
I cook. Yes,
Nice.
I throw it down in the barbecue.
How about in the kitchen?
And the what?
The kitchen.
That too.
All
I make
right.
good
So
food.
All right, this is like very boring. Moving along.
now that we talked about gas and stoves and burners and hibachis,
Multitasking and everything. Yeah.
Well,
now
let's
this is
get right into it, guys.
this is something really exciting that Judy's been wanting to talk about.
Oh yeah, my favorite subjects.
The NFL draft.
Ooh.
Baby.
Dun 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 dun.
Hey, let me tell you, I came into it. I was excited. This is the first time the Dolphins have actually been players in the draft. Like I felt like we weren't sitting on the basketball courts in Tropical Park waiting to get picked to come into the next game. Like there was actually like, we were playing full court. We were in every game. Three picks in the first round. So that to me, that felt good. And I was kind of scared about picking the Hawaiian dude. To me, I like my Hawaiians to be blocking or playing linebacker. But you know, let's see what he does, man. Let's see. I felt good about it afterwards.
Oh, we got how many picks did we end up getting? Like 5 or 7?
What do you mean?
How many picks in total did we have?
In the first round, 3.
First round 3. There we go. Okay.
And Lewis wasn't joking when he says he hasn't done his research on today's
No. I wasn't sure how many in total. I know in the first round.
I think we had like 15 in total, 14 or 15 in total.
Right. They were active. Also, unsigned rookies. They signed a couple good ones. So I'm happy. The first time in a while, I feel satisfied with what the Dolphins did in the draft.
It kind of feels like the cloud like I see a little bit of sunlight.
Well, exactly. It's that one season that you're gonna see. Hopefully, next time we play, it's gonna be like we're charged. You know the bat. You know, we have something. We have more bullets than last time.
Yeah.
Last time we started, you just feel like, bro, you go up there with a, I don't know, with a couple shots in the gun.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we had a lot of shots. We had three point blank range shots basically.
Of course, yeah.
That first round, man. To have 3 first round picks.
Let's just hope that. Comienza. Go.
No, what were you gonna say? Let's just hope what?
No, I hope that they have a long-term plan, man, because there's just some players on there that you can build a team and just let it ride, you know? I mean, I don't know. It just never had any luck with that, I don't think.
You know what it reminds me of? And Oliver, tell me if you agree. That Jimmy Johnson era, that first year that Jimmy Johnson came in, that he did, you know, he drafted all these players. Actually, those first couple of years. He built off the draft. And then when you would see us playing on Sundays, and you know how they put up the players' names and shit like that, all you would see is R, 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 R. At one point on defense, we had like 7 rookies playing. On offense, we had about the same amount. Like, and then you would see like the entire team be like second year or rookie. Like a young team, they're going to take their lumps, but it's a young team, bro. We don't have aging veterans and like disgruntled ass people on the team. Like he got rid of everybody.
No big contracts that you can say, fuck, this guy's still loaded in the books.
Yeah, I think they might have maybe a couple-ish, but not really, none. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they have a good payroll. The payroll's pretty empty.
Yeah, so that's
next year's another big year. They have a lot of picks next year.
We're at 2 more first-round picks. I think 2 more second-round picks. So, and who knows? Maybe they're still wheeling and dealing, man. You never know if they got more shit up their sleeves. They kind of move up. Even though we got our quarterback, so next year's, bro, give me more linemen.
I want to stand out. If I can pick any player for the Dodgers, I pick a standout running back. I love it. Running back's like my favorite.
Yeah, but those now
they dealed for a running back. You know.
Yeah, they dealt for this dude from San Francisco.
Yeah.
Huh? What is it? Yeah, man, and he's and with him and Howard, that's a thunder and lightning right there, man. It's 2 different types of running backs that can provide something, dude. Let's see what the fuck. Let's not talk too much. It's still the Dolphins.
Right.
I see I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
No Super Bowl?
Huh? No, not this year.
It's a good start. It's a confident start, dude. It's a boost of confidence. I like that.
No, absolutely. How weird did it feel to see that shit like happen online?
Very weird. I mean, it's almost hard to watch because you watch what you want to watch and then you come back to it. And like I didn't watch it straight. I watched the beginning of it, and then like after a while, it's like, okay, you're in this guy's living room, that guy's living room. I don't know.
That was pretty cool.
Huh?
That was pretty cool to be able to see into these coaches' living rooms or offices.
And Jerry Jones was like on his boat.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that dude's not on a boat. That guy's on
I
a
mean,
yacht.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it because obviously I'm not into sports, and nor do I care for sports. But at least you get to see what these people's, like the coaches, like living room, dining room, boats look like. And that must be cool some sort of way, right?
Judy was looking at the decor, like criticizing their wives. Oh, that bitch is tacky.
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch it. I would have loved to watch it. If you guys would have given me a heads up and let me know on what channel.
Did he really put his laptop on that table with those curtains? Shit.
Dude, to me, the dopest living room was what is it, Cliff Kingsbury?
You thought there was a living room that was dope as hell.
I did. It was the coach, because it was a total bachelor pad. My living room has dolls and little casitas and shit and castles for princesses, which I wouldn't, whatever. I wouldn't want it any other way. But that dude was a bachelor pad. It was just like this open concept, huge ass white couch. I can't have no damn white couch. You kidding me? My kids will tear that shit up in a week. And he had like this big, beautiful backyard.
I have a white couch. Trust me, dude. It's maintenance like a motherfucker.
Yeah, no, at least your kids are already older. And Oliver, your kids are older too. Me at this point, man, my kids are older.
I want a white couch, but yeah, it's not going to happen with my maniacs.
And let me ask you a question. Who noticed that Roger Goodell, who's the commissioner of the league, as the rounds kept passing, it seemed like Goodell kept getting more and more comfortable. That dude was taking shots between fucking draft picks. Because by the time the fourth round came around, like I was in a t-shirt, jeans, like I think he farted once. Like I was just comfortable.
No, he definitely looks like a guy that drinks heavily, dude. You can tell he's a country boy that he pounds.
Hey, he was sitting there, legs kind of open. I was waiting for him to scratch his nuts. Like seriously, like he was that comfortable. It was just, you're stuck at home. What the fuck? Like they even asked him, and he was like, "Oh no, I went and had to do stuff around the house." Like doing commercial.
Yeah, I'm sure he had to do stuff around. Like, it has like 4 maids.
Who knows?
Probably went to go have a quickie with one of them. Who knows?
or the wife. But let me ask you this: like, if we were, Judy's never had dreams of being drafted, but we all played sports, whether it was baseball or football. When you're a kid, you always have that dream of being drafted. Like these kids were actually going through it. How disheartening could it have been? Or maybe you're happy to just be drafted, to not you have that thought in your head, like when I get drafted, it's going to be like this. Especially if you're already a Division I player, or if you're a stud who's about to get drafted, you have that vision, those expectations of walking down that aisle, so to speak, the stage.
I don't know. I mean, if you're that good, it's different because obviously, I don't know. I guess we were never that good at our sports, but if you're that level of good, I think they are. And nowadays you have, a lot of people talking to you, a lot of coaches, it's not different like in our days. Our day you would talk to maybe 1 or 2 people. Now it's like, a bunch of people talking to you. So I think it's a little different. So a lot of them expect, they're expecting their high expectations all the way.
But my thing is, do you think it took away from them not being able to experience that? Like I was saying, you have your expectations where, when the draft comes, and then the draft's here, and you're still sitting in your living room, with your cousins and your mom or whoever, and you don't experience that, like shaking the commissioner's hand and kind of like that whole feeling in New York.
Yeah, of course, dude.
But not all the players get to be in New York or in LA or wherever they're presenting.
No, I'm saying the top guys. That's why I started off the top
25, 30 players.
No, it's I think 60 get invited, but that's what I was saying. Those guys, I'm sure had those expectations that you kind of run that through your mind, like shit. How great is it going to be?
It's kind of like seniors in high school this year, hoping they graduate. So yeah, it kind of sucks, but trust me, they're not losing any money by doing this way.
No, of course not.
Josue, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Didn't your son have the same experience last year though?
No, his experience was was it last year? It was 2019. Yeah, last year, where he did the football signing for school, where
Can you imagine he would have had to do that like virtually instead of
no, or just or just sign the paper and fax it in or email it in. Yeah, that would have sucked. That's what came to mind. Like he loved the experience of being up there with his other teammates who were signing, scholarships too, and kind of like being celebrated by the school and the balloons and all that bullshit. Like you work hard to be put in that position. And I mean, you think about these 60 guys, that's 60 out of how many thousands of football players? Just like, scholarships for high school athletes who go on to college. Like my son's team was 40, 50 guys on a football team. And it was only him and two other guys, I think 3 other guys that got scholarships to go play somewhere. So it's one of those things where it is a big deal, especially in the NFL when you're getting signed. So I can see where it sucks for them too. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, people are out there losing their lives, and you got people putting their lives on the line every day. But I mean, keep it in perspective. We're talking, football wise. I'm sure that kind of sucks for them. But I was just wondering what you guys thought about that, because it's you have your expectations on how something's going to be, and everybody's having to fucking alter their expectations right now.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the normal now. I mean, there's doctors graduating medical school that don't get that celebration either.
Yeah,
Shit.
There's that
I
senior.
think it sucks.
do they get contracts yet or no?
None of that changes. I think. I mean, they get e-sign all that shit. I think
it's the experience that you're taking away from the hard work. You have no idea. Like I mean, I'm sure we do have somewhat of an idea, but these people have worked so hard for this one moment. They get to walk on stage, grab that piece of paper that they've worked so hard for, and they can't. So it's like they're being robbed from the experience that they've worked so hard for.
And it's out of their control. Like all those seniors, it's not their fault. It's nobody's fault, really. That's the hardest part. There's nobody to blame except the Chinos. And you can't blame the Chinos either. You can only blame whatever
Operation
asshole.
Wang Chung.
Yeah, whoever was up there in that lab eating shit.
I'll tell you what really does suck, that drafted rookie, you don't get to report to camp right away, start learning the system, start working out with the team. And I think that affects them a full year of productivity at the NFL level, within their career. So I think that's probably the bigger downside.
Yeah.
But, I really don't feel sorry for any of them. I think they're all going to do very well in the next, year or two. So,
You know what really sucks?
Look.
That we have to do the podcast like this, not being in the studio. My fucking back's killing me.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, you don't have a chair?
Bro.
You don't have a chair or anything, dude?
What are you
sitting on? I'm doing it on my nightstand.
He's on some dolls.
Nah, lie down if you got to, bro. Whatever. I was just busting your chops earlier, but if you gotta lie down, just lie down.
In a couple minutes, I'm gonna lay back.
Just don't be in the tub or some shit like that. I was
no.
Lewis.
Like I need a mic and headphones. So a mic and headphones is
in the tub. Shut it.
I don't even have a tub. I got rid of my tub.
You got rid of your tub? Well, your kids are big. That's true. I would get rid of my tub too. That's just a pain in the ass to wash.
Yeah, I love tubs.
I built a shower.
Yours are crazy.
Like tubs don't bring anything to the table aside from like how often do you actually lay in your tub and chill?
All the time. I'm gonna show you I'm gonna turn on my camera just so you guys can see my tub, and I do use it. Not only do I use it, my kids use it. I use it, and Alex will use it sometimes for romantic purposes.
Again on my own.
For romantic purposes.
Hold on, how do I flip this?
It is flipped. They're showing us the tub. Oh, there are your feet.
Oh, that's a cool tub, though.
No, that's a dope tub.
The cast iron tub then welded into the fucking corner.
Yeah, no, not that. We weren't talking about that.
And then the shower.
That's a different. After the tub is the shower.
I had one. My tub was one of those.
That's very nice, but damn, very nice. Candles and shit. She's about to have a romantic time now.
No, I just finished cleaning. I like to, make the bathrooms nice after it cleans.
Dude, are you renting rooms by the hour there? we'll keep it on the DL if you want.
I mean, I can lend it to you guys for like 10, 15 minutes.
Hey, that's all I need.
Time's tough, bro.
Like that place where your mom works, Josue, Magic Waters or whatever.
Hey, my mom doesn't work at Magic Waters. She
No,
works
no,
in
no,
the building.
in the same shopping center, in the same
Mom's got
building.
she's got a legitimate insurance agency in the building.
No, dog, I'm telling you that in the same office building.
Making
And
Yeah,
that's
it's
maybe in the front.
no, it's actually like the building behind her building.
Yeah. Me and Carla walked it one time.
Mom
You guys
can't
walked
get
in?
discount.
Yeah.
No,
It's a fucking
look at
motel,
Oliver
dude.
trying to get a discount down there. It's
Bro, and that
I've
place
walked
is-
in there before too. It's an interesting place.
It's been there a long time. It's been there for a really long
You've
time.
never partied in there before.
No, but I remember when my mom had her office right above theirs, and I would just kind of stand there in the balcony if I'd ever be at her office, and you see the people going in there, covering their face, gonna hair out, trying to
I've been there before. I've been there several times.
to Magic Waters.
I've never been there.
Like in the high school days type of thing.
I
All
heard
right,
they
guys,
have.
let's get back to it. We're off track. Come
Hey,
on.
we're talking about Magic Waters. All right, what's next on the agenda, Judy?
Whoever Bill is from the NFL group, whatever that is
Oh,
gonna give him a call.
oh no, we already talked about Bill
Oh,
Belichick.
okay.
No,
And what
did we
about
talk about Bill Belichick? Well, fuck Bill Belichick.
No.
His dog was making the picks at some point. But
Okay, what about the NFL commissioner kept dressing less formal as
That
each
we did
round
already.
passed by?
yeah,
That we did already.
Judy Pavila, de coño.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I do not know sports. I don't know
Sure.
sports at all. So you guys were talking to me? No, el Argentino está prendido.
Hey,
You
Judy,
guys are talking about...
are you drinking the Clorox?
No,
Don't
No,
listen
no.
to the president, Judy.
no, I'm not listening. You guys were talking about sports like if it
Alright.
was Chinese. I don't know.
No,
Okay,
we're going.
topic
No, hey,
number
listen.
2.
That's
Pistolita is delicious.
Fabuloso. Fabuloso smells like it would taste good.
All right, so what's the deal with big corporations getting these government assistance? What do you guys think about that?
Yo veo que eso es mierda. How about Auto Nation? Auto Nation just gave back 77 mil that they. But the dickhead shit is that they applied for it.
Yes,
No, it's not even.
I agree.
It's not even that you don't know if they applied for it or not. A lot of the times the banks will tell them, yeah, we can get it to you, no problem, because the banks earn big fees on that loan.
Well,
Yeah.
I was reading the article,
Big
and in
fees.
the
So on a
article,
$77 million loan, they're making a lot of money.
Yep.
A lot of money.
On that.
on the article that I was reading, they applied for the PPP protection program through the bank. They got approved, and apparently the president or the CEO of the company was saying that that money that they were getting was to help their 7,000 employees in this time of need or whatnot. But if you're this gazillion-dollar company, you don't need that $77 million that the bank is giving you.
It should be the bank's responsibility to let them know that, look, you're a publicly traded company, you have shareholders.
Yeah.
That should be off the book. But the bank, probably since nobody mentioned it, said, oh, fuck it, let's process it anyways and charge the fees.
Yeah, but who's a come mierda that decided to apply for that? This company has millions and millions and millions of dollars that they can give out to their employees.
A company that big has a really good relationship with their banker, and they talk to their banker frequently. So anybody just calls, hey, what's going on over there? Oh, we have this. Okay, let's try it. You never know. Because if nobody would have turned an eye, nobody would have blinked an eye. They would have just gone, okay, we'll just keep it in the bank and whatever. We'll give it back if we have to. We'll just have it there for
Yeah, but then again, all these mom and pop shops that really need it are getting screwed over and they're not getting shit now.
100% understood. But unfortunately,
Fuck the bankers.
yeah.
Let's hope poor Nick's not listening to this one. Pero let me ask you this though. How much of that money, let's say they get that 77 mil. Let me play devil's advocate here. How much of that money is for them to sustain themselves so their employees have a company to come back to? How much of that money is?
I think 75% is the payroll.
It's the payroll?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Forgivable.
it's meant for small businesses. What's the threshold of a small business?
Under
What's your
500
first
employees.
in a year? You know,
Under 500 employees or less.
Louis just told you.
I mean, really, a small business. Then what is, a mom and pop with 10 employees? Micro, small?
It's the same thing. No, it's a small business.
Yeah, I guess it falls under the same umbrella.
You know.
But I guess who's to determine who's when you're okay? So once you've been classified as small business, who's to determine who needs it more than the other company? Like let's say La Carreta that has 5 or 6, 7 restaurants, and Ruth Chris that has how many restaurants does Ruth Chris have around the country?
A lot.
Yeah, but they're publicly traded though.
Ruth Chris is publicly traded, so it's.
But they're still small. They're still considered small business.
Yeah, but they don't give it.
Consider a small business though.
Yeah, but not if you're only private companies is considered a small business. Once you're
publicly traded
company, that doesn't fall in the same box.
Yeah, it sucks, right? Look at the people in Fisher Island. The people in Fisher Island, the residents.
And Ruth Chris guaranteed each restaurant has to have at least 50, 60 employees, and they have fucking 200-300 restaurants. Of course, they have 500.
And they're not even across the country, right? Ruth Chris is like across the world. Like you'll find a Ruth Chris in
I don't
Spain,
know.
I want to say yeah.
I'm not
they're
sure.
a Tampa company.
They're what?
They're headquartered in Florida.
They're headquartered in Florida.
Yeah, in Tampa.
I mean, it's interesting because some of these are like, okay, you got caught. Are you doing it because you're actually being considerate, or because you were just in the fucking cover of USA Today? Or on the Herald.
You know what it is, dude? It's a business decision. Like if right now they gave the podcast $100,000,
take it.
And do we really need? You'll take it and put it in the bank. Just leave it there. Let it accrue interest or whatever, and then we'll give it back if we have to. Just like you have it there just in case.
Okay, you and Oliver a gray head of hair each.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Well, I'm actually working out. I want to get the grill.
Listen to me. So back to the whole Ruth Chris thing. They have 150 restaurants worldwide.
See, look at that. I knew it.
Good
job with the producer.
Easily.
So they couldn't have taken the money, right?
No.
Have they returned it? I don't know if they've returned it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they did. They did.
But again, they returned it because they got put on blast. So it's like, oh, fuck. All right.
Yeah, they would have not been on blast. They would have kept that money and stayed quiet.
They should have given that kind of money to the Joe Stone crap. God damn it! That's an institution. That's a mom and pop.
He probably got one.
Delicious.
He probably got one.
Oh, I'm sure they have great relationships with the bank.
I'm just wondering what's gonna happen to like the self-employed, like myself, that I get paid self-employed and I don't have employees and I can't apply to that PPP shit and anything else.
Well, no, but you can. I think they just brought out something a couple of days ago that you can, if you're self-employed and you got a 1099, I think you can file for benefits.
For what benefits?
But
or for the PPP?
Hold on, but Oliver's employed though.
I'm employed for something, not for others.
No, but you're employed, bro.
Then I'm always fucked.
Why?
I'm always fucked because half of my income comes from independent contracting.
That's different. Do you get a 1099?
I get a 1099.
And if you get a 1099, I think you can use it.
So
it just came out a couple days ago.
Is it through the SBA as well? Do you know?
No, it's for unemployment. It's for unemployment. Will grant you, like if you're an Uber driver or an independent contractor, or what else do they call it? They call it like a gig job, like a gig work or something like that. And you can. I'm gonna try.
Louis, I'm gonna call you about it tomorrow so that I can get more information and tell the girls at my shop because they're on 1099s. So that would be great for them.
I don't know, Judy. I'll think about it. I'm kidding.
Está bien.
My doors are open.
Go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna remember that for next time. Go ahead.
My drawbridge is open.
So, what's the next on the agenda, Judy? What's number 3?
The next top. Okay, we spoke about did we really talk about the Fisher Island residents rejecting
$2
assistance? Yeah, y eso también.
Yeah, no. What's number 3?
Okay. Did President Trump actually say we should inject household disinfectants? What do you guys think about that? Did you guys catch on to that?
Louis,
I'll let you.
You said it right, Louis. I'll let you take that one. Did he say to inject or ingest household disinfectants?
I think he said it's a good idea if he did it. Yeah, he just said whatever they told him to say. He doesn't know. He's like,
Nah,
"Hey,
anybody told him to say.
I
Nobody told him to say.
I
I don't think
personally
any."
think he was
not
joking
to say,
around. Like
not to say that. I think he just got caught up in the moment. He just said he got it. He shouldn't have said it. It's so stupid. Again, you got to be a moron to do that. To not see, he did say go see your doctor first. He didn't say just open up the aerosol can and say that.
I think he meant it as a joke because I'm sure Gomemier that asked the question. I'm sure he was like, "Look at this fucking moron asking me this stupid question. So let me just give him a stupid answer," you know?
Right. And he didn't do the press conference yesterday.
I saw the press conference. He looked serious. He looked serious. I don't know.
He also looked serious when he was doing the deal for the XFL. He looked super serious too. Look at what happened.
That's a guy you really can't take serious. You know, he's a showman. That's the reality.
I
What is funny is that Saturday Night Live started their weekend, their Saturday night show with a monologue by Brad Pitt acting as Anthony Fauci.
Fauci.
It's fucking hilarious.
You know what it was? Because they asked him, "Hey, if Saturday Night Live does a parody of you guys, who should play you?" And he said, "I don't know, Brad Pitt." And Saturday Night Live made that shit happen. They got Brad Pitt.
Classic.
Yeah, they
That's
like
awesome.
him. Everybody likes him. The more people that you bring on that thing that are likable is better because it's another shot to take a Trump. It's another one's like, oh, I like him so much. I like him so much. He's a fucking asshole. He's a bigger asshole now.
Listen, I don't know. I saw it. I think it was within the, and I mean, I'm not defending Trump. I'm not like, I don't give a fuck either way. Like,
Right.
you have to understand you're dealing with the American people, and there's a lot of come mierdas out there. So the things that you say, you have to be able to defend, and even if it's a joke, even if it's in jest. And he said it sarcastically, I think, and it just came off another way. I mean, yeah, if you look at it, kind of like, it kind of does seem like he was hinting at, you know, if you inject it. But I think he meant like compare, like if you spray Lysol on a surface, that within a minute it kills the bacterias, and we're looking for something, you know, that you inject that does the same thing. I think that's what he meant. Like, they're looking for something where you can inject, and within minutes that shit is gone. I don't necessarily think he meant Lysol or whatnot. I really, really hope, because this is the dude who's running the country, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt there.
Have you guys heard? I forgot what it's called, and I actually had it installed in my AC a few days ago. It says like UV light. It goes inside. It goes inside your AC, and whatever germs or bacteria goes through there, that UV light kills it. So it basically cleans out the air that's coming into your house.
Yeah. No, my AC, I think, has that.
Light is not new. It's been used in many hospitals. They use it to disinfect.
What is it again? What's it called?
A UV light, ultraviolet.
I have the box in the garage. When I'm done, I'll send you guys a picture so you guys can see what it is.
And it's known to kill different types of cells. But again, you can't put that over your body because you're killing not only good cells but bad cells within yourself as well. So it's
but you're not supposed to put that on you. It's for the AC.
I get it. It works fine for the AC. It works fine for other usage, even water disinfecting. It works very well in sewer and water treatment plants. But the president kind of was insinuating that we should see how we can use that light to clear this shit. And it's a little abnormal to say shit like that. But
hey, Lou, you got to keep your boy in check, bro.
I'll call
for real, man.
What were you saying, Oliver?
Listen, I will say this. What is sad enough about it all, that the guy he's running against for president is just as bad. So
it's worse, in my opinion. That dude has dementia. He doesn't even know there's shit going on.
Yeah, so I think us Americans, we're fucked. Please, we're so fucked.
I mean, I'm sure they're gonna come up with something that is just gonna help the situation better for everybody, because we can't be on lockdown forever. Like, we have to get back to reality. Like, we got shit to do. We need money. We need to make money. Like, it needs to come sooner than soon. Like, there needs to be an end result to this.
No, absolutely. And there will be. Nothing lasts forever.
Yeah, but as of now, it just sucks.
Is let's say okay, open public venues, open churches, open gyms, open sporting events, and then you have a second wave of it, and now you have another 40 days of quarantine again. So I think that's why you got to be cautious in how it happens.
Oh, I agree.
You know, things by appointment, I think, should start opening up. But it's a tough situation. I don't know.
I took my dog to the vet the other day.
Nobody knows because this has never happened, bro. This has
Yeah,
never
no, this is uncharted waters. But I think a lot of it. I think a lot of it is
you can't bust anybody's chops because it's like, bro, it's the first time this is happening. Who are you to tell me that? We're in this kind of.
It falls on us though. It falls on us as the public to be responsible with the manner in which we carry ourselves, and some of these institutions and companies and places that we're going to frequent or visit on how they handle things as well. Like, look, I took my dog to the vet to catch a good finger in the ass because they, vets love to charge you when you get a puppy, but I had to wait outside until it was my turn. They were literally taking in one, dog or cat at a time. As that person would leave and would become the other person, or they would put you in a room and then bring in the other person and put that person in a room like that. They checked me for a fever before I walked in. They didn't check the dog, but they checked me for a fever.
When they checked you for the fever, did they do it in the rectum or?
I volunteered the rectum, and then that was kind of embarrassing because she told me to pull up.
That was the whole finger in the ass thing.
You were disappointed?
I was actually annoyed. I'm going to go to another vet.
You got to go to another vet. You got to go to another vet now.
Bring your own lube.
But again, it falls on us. Like, look at the governor of Nevada. She's fucking raw as shit. She was just like, listen, people die all the time. Sometimes people got to die. Like, she had that fucking Ivan Drago. Like, she dies, they die.
She's like, you know how many? You should probably say, you know how many people are buried in that desert?
Georgia's another one, dude. The governor of Georgia's like, let's go open these beaches, do what you got to do because we got to make money. But I don't know, like, man. You said,
I just think that the people's reaction to it is it's one of those things that if it takes too long, you're like, bro, I'll be as cautious as possible and I'll take my chances because people aren't gonna starve. You're not gonna sit there and starve and watch your whole world crumble when you're just sitting in a house when all you could do is wear a mask, wear gloves or whatever, and a thing and say and go to work.
I have a strategy already for when it's time for me to reopen my shop. So I'm just ready for them to be like, okay, certain things can reopen again. So I'm already ready for it. I'm ready for it.
How are you going to do it?
Obviously, we have the thermometers ready for clients to come in.
Anal or forehead?
Well, they have a choice to pick, either or vaginal, whatever they like,
Vaginal thermometer doesn't exist.
Yeah, it actually
that's just for pleasure. That's part of one of the packages.
One of the servings.
Obviously, it has to be by appointment. My techs have to wear the surgical mask. They have to wear that plastic new mask that's in now. They have to wear the gloves. Clients have to only come by yourself. They can't bring their kids. They can't bring a friend. And it has to be like a quick in and out service.
Yeah.
Are you driving by every day to make sure that it's secure and everything, or no?
Well, I look at the cameras every day, so far so good.
And you have it locked down pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. At this point, it's nobody's on the street.
How does your staff feel about getting back? How does your staff feel about
They're dying to go back. They need money. They're struggling. When you guys go to Publix, have you guys seen that now they have like this plastic shield like covering the
check cashing store.
Okay, shield, so I ordered those same like acrylic like see-through things, so the client is on one side of the glass and then the tech is on the other side, and there's like a little piece cut off at the bottom so the client can stick their hands.
Right, like that, like the toy yard.
Yeah, and obviously before this pandemic started, my techs were already using gloves, so that's something that they're already accustomed to. But we're ready for it. Like, we're ready to reopen. It's just we need the okay first.
I want to know how the bikini waxes are going to work. Through a glass? Like, how do you do that? You put your arms through a fucking...
As of now, I haven't thought about offering bikini waxes because that's too close to personal space going on. But we'll see how that goes.
Oliver, you're saved for another month, buddy. You're gonna get that taint wax, homeboy. You lost, so you.
You're gonna do it with me, Josue.
No, I'm not.
Side to side bed.
You know, it's funny. Kind of getting back to the Lysol ingestion shit. Lysol actually had to put out a kind of like a memo or saying that please don't ingest our products, don't inject them, don't like to use them for the purposes that they're supposed to be used for. I mean, that's indicative of our public, of our people, so to speak, man, where it would occur to anybody to even remotely think that you can do that. And there are people that actually probably considered it, man. There's
How
people
about
that are
the Tide challenge?
well,
that's like those people
that
have tried Clorox or have done or swallowed a Tide Pod. Those are those kind of people.
Okay, let them do it. Let them do it. Do it. That's one less in our fucking life population. They cannot breathe anymore. Let's let them do it. Fuck it.
What's that called? Quality control? That's
Fuck it. If you're stupid enough to do it, go ahead. Fuck it.
Eat shit.
I found out an
You know what? Try it, and let me know how it is after. I like to know.
I found out a fun.
But I want to see you try it, and you tell me about it after.
I found out a fun fact about Lysol.
Tell us. You know, what is the fun fact?
They used to be a douche. They were a feminine hygiene product, or they had a feminine hygiene product within their line, and it was also a contraceptive.
What the fuck?
Like literally, women would douche Lysol up their, you know what's to.
Like right after sex, you just
whenever. And yeah, it was as a contraceptive, dude. Lysol, and then they realized it was.
That's insane.
It was destroying vaginas, so they kind of pulled that one off the shelves.
That is insane.
That was one of their first products.
Research went into this shit, bro.
Hey, I went deep, bro. I went deep. I went in a wormhole.
No you went totally south.
Again, no pun intended. Oh man. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, don't drink Lysol, don't drink Clorox,
don't put it up your vagina.
Yeah.
Next.
So aside from that, Louis, we're aggravating you today. Well, let me ask you this, Louis. Aside from not drinking Lysol or putting it up your asshole, do you feel you've learned anything from this entire process, or like kind of like any self-reflection? Like anything kind of like you've been at home with your family, you've been, you know, basically we've been stuck, forced to pause.
First of all, is that it totally sucks.
Louis is gonna buy a gun after this.
It's a fucking philosopher over here, the poet.
I got one right here next to me, bro. Yeah, I mean, I guess you'll have to wait to see after what happens for the next couple months after everything's back to normal, and maybe you'll feel like babe, I feel a lot better. You know, I feel like we're going stronger. You know, we're able to hang out with each other for 12 hours instead of 4, the usual 4 for the past since I've met you. Yeah, it probably will.
How about you, Oliver?
Listen, I think the new norm will be wearing face masks. I'm kind of getting used to that already. And I think that's something that's gonna stick forever. I don't think it's gonna go away anytime soon.
I mean, about yourself, though.
It's definitely gonna be part of your first aid kit. You know, whatever you have in the car and shit. If you had Kleenex, if you had whatever it is you have in the car, you're gonna include a mask.
Yeah, and before you used to only see it in Eastern Asian countries, but now it's common practice, and I think it's the new norm. You know, that we'll be wearing face masks moving forward.
I don't see myself wearing a mask.
I get like you guys' significant others must get so fucking frustrating, because I didn't ask either one of you that. I asked you guys, what did you learn about yourselves? So what have you learned so far about yourselves, like introspectively, not about wearing masks or about anything about yourselves? Louis, you kind of touched on it, like spending 14 hours.
Wear masks. How about that?
Yeah, because you don't have to smother your own fart.
Yeah, you guys didn't listen to the question not one bit.
Fuck. Is this what it's like to be a woman, Judy?
Yeah.
Can I be heard?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
it definitely tests your patience. Your patience is definitely extended.
So you feel like you have more patience than you would have given yourself credit for?
I've always been pretty good with patience, but maybe a little bit better. Or I'm just going to go out as soon as I go out the first day and scream at the top of my lungs. I think I'm completely fucking nuts.
And how about you, Oliver?
You know what? I've had some self-reflection. I've had some
Excessive
self-growth.
masturbation. Yeah.
We're
going.
Yeah, that's a different topic. But it's been good. I think it's been refreshing for me. It's been, I mean, I had a tough end to last year and a rough start to this one, so I think it was good. It's been actually refreshing for me. I'm ready to get back to the daily grind and to
Nice.
normalcy. You know.
There you go. How about you, Judy?
I've learned a lot about myself, and one thing for sure is before I had no fucking patience for anything and nothing at all. Nothing. And now it's like, okay, I gotta take a step back. I gotta think about it. I gotta breathe before I blow up on somebody. And it's helped me to have patience. And honestly, I've enjoyed being at home with my kids and my husband and my parents. I love it. The only thing I miss is getting dressed up and going out to a restaurant where I don't have to cook my food and go out for a drink or two.
And the malls.
And shopping. As a matter of fact, I got a new bag in the mail the other day, and I'm dying to like go out so I can wear it, but I can't.
All right, nice.
And
I
you?
mean, me, it's funny because I thought of this when I thought of this question today. I've realized I've realized a few things, but there was one main topic that kept coming to my brain. It's just control. Like control, I've never realized more than now how control is a state of mind. Like it's fluid. It's something that keeps changing. Like control is what we perceive it to be. Because at the end of the day, how much control do we really have over our life? First of all, how much control do we have over this? None.
Done.
Zero control. So I was a little bit of a control freak. I think I've always have been, and I've been always trying to control what's going on within my orbit. And this has kind of woken me up and made me realize that I don't have control of anything. So I need to really start accepting that and understanding that, you know, the world's going to change. Things are going to change. There are going to be things that are out of my control. And that's kind of helped me with my anxiety, because my anxiety at a certain point when this shit started was through the roof. And it's like now I'm able to breathe and kind of just, you know, meditate in the mornings and relax. But I came to a fucking, you know, Tom and Jerry frying pan in the face realization that we have no control over the things we thought we did. So that definitely, that's what I've learned so far.
All right, I have one.
No.
Just a yes or no. Playtime in the bedroom? Yes, no, Oliver?
No, man.
No?
They got bored as fuck.
You, Joe?
A couple times, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's less than during normal times.
Judy's the one with the sexy tongue.
Listen, it's on all the time.
And a full crib.
The playtime is on all the time.
No, brother. Aquí playtime aquí me lo. They're gonna what is it? Deferred. It's deferred.
Lewis's playtime is furlong.
Holy shit! Hey, Lewis's wife's deferring that sex like one of those loans, boy. Like 3 months out.
Bro, it's like, you know, we'll put it on
those foreclosure papers on it.
She finished it off over. She goes, "I'll put it on the back end." Ooh, give an incentive.
Especially with a lot of drinking going on these days. Like I'll tell my mom, watch the kids for a little bit, or we'll sneak away for like 15, 20 minutes. And
Yeah, but you know what the thing with me is that you have to, like, especially when we have like our daughter next door, and if you don't do it that often, you're not gonna be able to, like, hey, be quiet. If you wait a long time, when it comes down, when you see the green light, you're gonna fix.
Well, that's why you gotta do it more often. That's why you gotta do it more often.
Eat in coconut and cocoa water.
That's why you gotta do it more often, so those little things don't happen.
Yes, no. Continuity, man. That's continuity.
Can't wait for those robot chicks to be invented.
What you need to do is give your lady more, you know, love.
He's trying.
Actually, you know what? I either that or just threaten the fuck out of her.
It's like All right, we're going down a wormhole. Louis,
Or do remember the drawing that I told you about in one of the episodes?
No.
The drawing trick always works.
Hey,
Then do it. If that's what works, do it.
What's that Florida man? You got a Florida man for us?
Didn't I send you the one that
Oh, the rat.
Yeah.
So there's this dude somewhere like in Tampa, Florida, right now, who's facing prison time because I guess he
federal prison time.
Federal prison time. His chick breaks up with him, wife or girlfriend, I forgot exactly who, and I don't know if she snitched on him or what she did. He gets pissed and he mails her a dead rat. And
which is against every sort of law, through the mail, through the front.
Since he mailed it and didn't just drop it off on her doorstep like a decent human being, since he mailed it, it's a federal offense. So this dude might be looking at like 5 to 10 years in prison.
No, but I'm not mad at him.
He has numerous other charges that considers him a dangerous person, and he sent lewd pictures, and
well, that's a different.
Different story.
If the rat was alive, would it be different?
It could have been a gift. It was a dead rat, yeah.
You know what? I'm not mad at the guy. At least he did something to be like, you know what? Be like, fuck you. You know, that's what he did. She probably did something so horrible. She probably did something so horrible to him that he was just like, what is the best revenge right now? And that's what's the best thing he thought about. You know what?
But inside that box, he probably sent her a freaking note, like I said, with the drawing in it.
Yeah.
If you tell on somebody, you're gonna look like this.
Oh man! All right, so that was. We have differing opinions on that one, obviously.
Yeah, but it's okay though. You know,
but again,
you know what? There's actually a company, and I'm gonna look for it, that sends dick-shaped candies to anybody you do not like.
What type
does it have to be? Dick-shaped candies. Does it have to be? Do you have to send the mold in, or?
There's a bunch of other things that they send, but that's like one of their most popular items. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna look for it, and I'm gonna send you guys.
I mean, is it good candy?
Yeah, I don't really care what it's shaped like.
I like gummy dicks.
I'll bite a ball off. I'll give a fuck.
If you're hungry, you're hungry.
They're gummy dicks.
On that note, it was definitely a pleasure as always, guys. Hopefully, in the next few weeks, we'll find out what's really going down here, and maybe are we gonna add the suicide hotline to the After 5 podcast? We're gonna call in, get counseling.
Okay.
2 more weeks, and we might have to. But everybody listening, thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening in. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you. Please click the subscribe button below. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at the After 5 Podcast. You can listen to us anywhere that you listen to podcasts. And I want to say thank you. Always lead with love. We love you. Peace out. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.
Dale.
Peace the fuck out.
Yes. No, but now you get to get out of and you're back in your house, in the back of your house.
Yeah, what, puppy?
You go take a nap in the fucking trunk now, Oliver. All right, dogs.
Wait. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.